Hey guys, Ben with Descent Off-Road. We are at Overland Expo in Southern California. Come Up Winch was gracious enough to have our rig in their booth, so let's show you what we got going on here. So we've got our bumper. This one's kind of a custom one-off for this build. We wanted to go more of a rock crawler than an overlander, but we do have some cool gear that let us live out of the rig as well. We've got our rigid lights. We've got obviously our Come Up winch. Underneath is pretty cool. This one sets it up a little differently as we got 74 well portals. So that is a portal gearbox, gear reduction, bolts on the axle, gives us a ton more clearance. Icon suspension. We've got custom beadlock 1552 wheels, 40-inch Nitto tires. So that kind of wraps it up in the front. We'll walk around to the side, show you what we got going over there. So moving around to the side here, we've got our Descent Off-Road step sliders for the new Land Cruiser. So this is a 2024 brand new Land Cruiser. Up top, we've got some Pelican cases. We got all of our recovery gear inside, rigid lights on the rack. This is our Descent Off-Road rack. We got the Agency 6 shovel, grab handles. So pretty cool setup here. Back to the rear, suspension, same Icon stuff. We got their billet control arms. So let's move around to the back. I'll show you what we got back there. All right, so moving to the back. So this is our sleeper setup. So this is where we stay in the back here. We've got a drawer system from air down, gear up. We've got a Dometic drawer fridge, which is pretty cool. Not a ton of space, but gives us just enough for a few days of camping out of the rig. Got the drawer here loaded down with a bunch of gear. So pretty sweet setup. Got lots of table space, drawer space. What's really cool is we got the sleeper platform. So this actually lets me keep the second row seat. We've got a sliding platform that slides over the seat, so I can sleep back here. Inside, you can't really see it, but we're powered by a Dakota lithium 320 amp hour battery. So that runs everything in here. We've got electric cook stoves. We've got 12 volt heaters in here to keep us warm. So pretty cool setup. And another thing I want to mention is these Kingpin equipped lights. We've run a 40-inch light bar here. There's no factory lighting on this hatch. So we've got a cool little touch switch. You can turn that on. I can aim it toward my drawers, toward my stove, and I've also got two 12-inch lights in the cab for when we're set up sleeping in there. So I want to thank Overland Expo. This has been an awesome event. This is the first one down here in SoCal, and yesterday was slammed. Today's getting busy. Huge shout out to Come Up Winch. We've been partnered with them for a long time for having me in their booth, and look forward to next year.
What up, y'all? My name is Dylan Hauk. This is my 2015 Porsche Cayenne S Overland build. I'd love to show you guys around it. Let's check this thing out. So starting on the front here, like I said, this Porsche is a 2015. We're running solar up top. We've got steel bumper and steel work all around. All of that is from Eurowise. Underneath here, we've got a 10,000-pound Warn winch, factor 55 hook up front. Rolling over to the side here, you can see the car is fitted with a set of Toyo AT3 33.5-inch tires, and then we've got KC lights across the entire top of the rig. Above that, those are wakeboard boat tower speakers, so when I'm out camping, we have sound 100 feet out in front of the rig. So on the side here, obviously the big thing is my rooftop tent. This is a Porsche Edition iCamper rooftop tent, sleeps me perfectly. And then down underneath it, water storage. We've got Rotopacks on both sides, and then for my wheels, Toyo 33.5-inch AT3s sitting on a set of Mantra Fox 20-inch rims. So back here is where I handle all of my dining. I've got a Dometic CFX 35, Optima lithium battery sitting underneath the floor here. This drawer system holds tools, cookware, food, storage for my stove in there. And then when I'm standing out in the middle of nowhere, I just eat on top of this. That rig tire carrier got a fold down table, so the stove sits over here, slide out cutting board so that I can prep my meals. And then up top, best mod in the entire car, bungee cord paper towel holder. On this side here, one thing worth noting, I've got a side exit exhaust system, so this increased my exit angle on the car. And then if you look up, we've got a 130-watt solar panel mounted on top of my tent. This is from Overland Solar and runs almost everything in the rig. That pretty much sums up the tour. Thank you, Overland Expo, for having me out here. Super stoked to be here, and I hope everyone enjoyed the first California SoCal Overland Expo.
Hi guys, my name's Tiffany, also known as That One Girl's Taco. We are at the Overland Expo SoCal with C4 Fabrication. So for my 2021 TRD Off-Road Tacoma, we are currently running C4 Fabrications Rock Runner front bumper. It is plated with the front skid, transfer engine, all the way down to the rear differential, the Rock Runner sliders, along with the high clearance Overland rear bumper with a tubular side. Something to share, I am supercharged from a company called ProCharger Supercharger. Tacomas are not that fast. I originally re-geared to 529s and I felt like it needed a little bit more power, and I put ProCharger Supercharger on my wish list. It is a complete game changer. It's like night and day. So for the rear end, we are currently running the C4 high clearance Overland rear bumper with the tubular sides. This is a custom bed rack over my current chase rack, which is from a company, a local fabricator from Pro Speed Rack. The chase rack is from SDHQ with the Alpine off-road tire straps, along with the inspired Overland carbon fiber RTT and all the goodies inside: power tank, Pro Eagle 2-ton jack, and recovery gear from Super Winch. The tail lights are from Alpha Rex. So for suspension, I am currently running the Archive Garage Tacoma kit, which comes with the shock tower, with the hammer hangers, crossbar, and the HD leafs. This is from King's Shocks. It is the triple bypass rear with the rear shock relocation, fin resis with the matching hydro bump. Thank you, Overland Expo SoCal. Big shout out to C4 for having me here. Tune in for more at That One Girl's Taco.
How you doing? My name is Jim. My Instagram handle is Where's Adelica. I'm here with my 2005 Isuzu at Overland Expo. I'm just going to do a quick little walk around and tell you about my build. So it started out, previously I had Delicas. I fell in love with the Cabover van, so I wanted to make a larger version of a Delica. So this actually started out as a 2-wheel drive. It was a work truck, found it on Facebook Marketplace. It had 200,000 plus miles. First step was to convert the drivetrain to 4-wheel drive. We swapped out for a F350 axles with a Dana 50 in the front and a Sterling 10.5 in the rear, and then also adding the transfer case and new drive shafts. Second step was resizing the bed, which it had a 16-foot bed when I first purchased it. I cut it down to 10 foot. The goal was to make it as short as a full-size pickup truck. So overall, it's less than 19 feet. It's around 8 foot tall, and it's as wide as a normal full-size pickup truck. Yeah, it's been fun meeting everyone. I've met a lot of people that I've DM'd with online. Thank you, Overland Expo, for having me. It's been great being part of the DIY section. Can't wait to go to my next one, maybe Flagstaff or up in Oregon. But I'm excited to get out there and put it to use.
My name is Roy Wallace, and I am the proud owner of this 1962 Jeep FC 170. On this truck, we've done a lot of upgrades on the thing, obviously. The biggest one is what you see is this aluminum bed and tray assembly, and canopy assembly built by Summit Expedition Trucks out of Canada. We've got all the pullouts here. We've got the cutting board pullout. We got the drawer here pulls out with the other accessories. We've got the ARB fridge in there. And then we go on around. We've got an onboard air compressor from Morflate, along with their air up and air down system. And then come on around here. We've got on the back here, we got the power tank we can use for airing the tires up. We've also got the Go Rhino hydraulic jack, high lift jack. Our traction devices, we have our rooftop tent. In the back here, we have our Warren winch. Around over here on this side, we've got more storage over here. We've got a full-size pull-out table. This pulls out. And this is very modular, so we can set this up for wherever we're doing. A lot of times we're either camping or we're helping with a race team, so we can set this up either way. We can put the race spare on the back. We can put gear in here for whatever we happen to be doing at the time. So after having it for 20 years, it needed an upgrade, so it brought us to this, where we're at now. We put an LS motor in it, 1-ton axles underneath it, so it's a lot more roadworthy than it used to be. Plus we've added a lot more creature comforts inside. Because we use this thing not just for camping, but for work too. So it's a multi-purpose vehicle for us. We're glad to be here at the Overland Expo. There's always a great group of people. It's a great event, and you get to see a lot of new people.